Well, there's Trek Boy 89 for Steve Arts 89. Well, I'm having a good day today. I finally got the MRI I've been putting off for 2 years and found out it's not a tumour. And then I found out that Star Trek Strange New Worlds has been cancelled. So this is a really, really good day. There's an article on trekmovie.com with quite a bit of spin. There's a statement from Kurtzman and Akiva and someone else. And they're basically saying, oh, it was wonderful doing this show, and it's been a great experience, and thank you, Paramount, for letting us end it. So yeah, it looks like Kurtzman's out. The sort of speculation was they would either keep him, working on Star Trek, and they'd keep doing the shows, or they would end the contract, not extend it, not continue it, just end it. And he'd basically be able to just finish the productions he was currently working on, which would be season 1 and 2 of Starfleet Academy, and season 4, maybe season 5 of Strange New Worlds. And what we're getting with Strange New Worlds is we are getting a 5th season technically, but it's only 6 episodes. So they cut it down. So either they have said, we're not paying for it, and all they could afford to do is 6 episodes, or they said we're only paying for 6 episodes. Or another thing they might have done was they might have cannibalized the budget for season 4 and given themselves enough money to actually do a shorter season 5, because they kind of did that with Picard, where no one really wanted to fund season 2 or 3 after season 1. So what they did was they set season 2 based primarily on Earth to save enough money for them to actually make Picard season 3, which is basically made by just reusing the same sets and so forth, which is why it looks so cheap, but it's still great. But that was how they did that. So I'm thinking it's something like that. Like they haven't just decided, well, 5 seems like a nice place to finish this show. Let's just do our 10 episodes and that's the end. If that were the case, they would have done 10 episodes for the season, and they probably would have done a movie-length episode if the show was successful, if Paramount wanted it. But obviously they don't. They don't want Kurtzman. He's out. He must be out. This must be the first sign that he's actually gone, because if not, they'd be continuing, with Starfleet Academy with no, end in sight, basically. And they would have got a full season of Strange New Worlds season 5 at least, and maybe 6 or 7, because this was not the plan to end in 5 seasons. The same thing with Discovery and Lower Decks. None of these series were planned to end at 5, but that's just the contract, and that's the earliest that the studio can get out of it. So that's why all these shows have been basically 5 years, except Picard, because that was originally planned to be 3. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. I mean, I don't have a brain tumor and Discovery is cancelled, so yay. Yeah, but it's just funny the way they're trying to spin it, like you got cancelled, okay? You're lucky you got another 6 episodes. I don't know how you did it. I don't know if you just negotiated 6 more episodes, or you funded it yourself, or you just, managed... Because I just assumed they were going to extend the 4th season and cut it up, but they appear to be ending the 4th season production and then doing season 5 as its own sort of production. So they've gotten the money for it, but whether they got that money from someone else, whether they paid for it themselves, or whether they just managed to cut it from the budget of the 4th season so they could make a 5th season, because TV shows have done that before. So yeah, I'm just kind of happy, but it's not an official word that Kurtzman's out, but it sounds an awful lot like, no more contract for you, finish what you're doing and go away. I hope that's what it is. I pray that's what it is, but I've already had 1 miracle today, so I'm probably not going to get 2. But yeah, I think it's actually done. Like, I think Kurtzman's done. This really says to me Kurtzman's done, and I really want to get excited, but until I hear an official word, I'm not going to do that in case they make the mistake of keeping him around or renegotiating or something. But it doesn't look like it at this point. So let's just hope this is the first evidence that Kurtzman's gone and Kurtzman's out, and we don't have to deal with any more new Trek. Because look, honestly, I loved the idea of Strange New Worlds. I liked the first season. Most of it, there were a couple of episodes that were a bit off, and then the third season, second season, there were a lot of episodes that were off, and it really broke Star Trek, and it started to turn into a parody. By the time we got to the third season, they're just mocking science fiction and Star Trek in general. And it's kind of embarrassing because I just don't know how they get from trying to make a serious science fiction series to making a parody of this classic that they all apparently like. Yeah, so I've waited. It's cancelled. It's done. It's gone. We don't have to think about it again. I mean, okay, they're going to production for season 5, and there will be a season five on TV, but that's it. And that stupid, reality sitcom thing that Tawny's working on, that's not happening either. They threw us some money to go write some scripts, and hopefully it'll happen. And yeah, that's not happening. There's no way they're ending Academy and Strangely Worlds and then gonna develop that series and start to make that. So I think KurtzMan's done. I think this is the first sign the contract's not being renewed, and he's out. But we'll have to wait until we get an official word. But let's hope.